prom is a big dance. Any of these dances are like the highlight of these kids' lives, and it's just not right.
Stephanie says it's not right for her daughter, a student at Sprague High School, to be randomly selected to take a breathalyzer at a school dance. She believes the new policy violates her daughter's Fourth Amendment rights that protect against unreasonable search and seizure.
I just don't think it's appropriate. In no other setting in this state are there breathalyzer checkpoints. And it shouldn't be done in public schools.
The Salem-Keizer School District, though, disagrees, saying attending an extracurricular event like a school dance is optional, so a random breathalyzer test doesn't violate anyone's rights. Instead, the district believes it will reduce the number of students who drink prior to a dance.
I don't think the benefit outweighs the risk in teaching our kids that they should just be strong-armed into allowing people to violate their rights.
So now, when students buy a dance ticket, they have to sign a form agreeing to a random breathalyzer. If they don't pass, they won't be let into the dance, and the school resource officer and parents will be notified. Stephanie says she has no problem with students who are visibly intoxicated submitting to a breathalyzer, but she's not okay with students being selected at random.
By all means, if my child shows up to your school function under the influence of intoxicants, please call Salem PD. I'm for consequences. I'm for kids being held to a high standard. I am not for them being randomly selected for things that violate their rights.
Well, I also checked with other schools to find out if anyone else uses breathalyzers. Both the Beaverton and Hillsborough school districts do have policies that allow them to use breathalyzers at school dances. Portland Public Schools did use breathalyzers at one time, but don't currently. And the Vancouver and Evergreen school districts don't use them.